Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen here with Sports Stories Plus. I'm bringing you number 8 Ohio State against number 1 Oregon with the Ducks in the granddaddy of them all with the Rosebowl for the college football playoff. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can know the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. All the talk has been about Ohio State this, Ohio State that, and how they had the advantage last time they played Oregon, and it came down to Will Howard making that bonehead mistake. Ryan Day has been on the hot seat, as we've heard Stephen A. Smith talk about it, Shannon Sharp talk about it, Kirk Herbstreit talk about it. It's been a lot of madness lately. Beating essentially a Tennessee Volunteers team, and it made it look like they didn't even belong in the conversation. They powered themselves into this game. Now, a lot of people are saying Oregon's number 1. Why are they facing the number 8 seed that they've already beaten in their own conference? You know, they deserve a cupcake. They deserve these things, but listen. The other biggest seed that's left as far as the 8th seed. So you got to think about this from the standpoint, are you going to reward them and give it an easy walkthrough? I think not. I think it's positioned right where it is right now on purpose. Dylan Gabriel, excellent quarterback, has Heisman conversation been all year about him. He's done nothing but lead them to an undefeated season. Gabriel left Oklahoma for this very reason. For the standpoint of him leaving and transferring to Eugene to play in big games like this. As a fifth-year senior, he led Oregon not only to the Rose Bowl, but to an undefeated season at this point. You know, and from the standpoint, he has a talented group of players around him. You got to think, Jordan Birch, he's going to be an X factor in this game. You got to think that from the defensive end position, can he create pressure? Can they do anything to slow down Ohio State offense that's been firing on all cylinders, that's been going 100 miles per hour? When they get rolling wide receiver-wise and Howard starts to throw the ball, book it, throw your twos up. Ohio State is the most expensive NIL team built in the history of in college. So you got to think about this. You have certain transfers from the transfer portal. You got certain high school guys with NILs. You have certain players, and it's 20-plus mil. They're facing a team in Oregon that's a little undersized, but they're able to fight in the trenches because of those big defensive linemen, those big offensive linemen. So from the standpoint, the finesse versus the physical, what's going to win? Will the finesse game for Oregon be able to be enough to outlast them? We saw it happen already with the rules that the coach from Oregon took, and he stood on the tiptoe of the rule book line, but he did what he needed to do. So from that standpoint, you got to ask yourself, are the Ducks ready to be in prime time? When all the all the chips are on the table, everything's pushed to the center, are they going to be able to beat Ohio State man for man, athlete for athlete on a neutral site? It's tough, but I strongly believe that Ohio State played them perfectly the first time. Actually outplaying them. If it wasn't for that mistake by Will Howard, they outplayed them a lot. When you think of the lead changes going back and forth, when you think of just the physicality of Ohio State and just what they have, I feel like now they've learned a lot of lessons. They've sat back and listened to everybody doubt them. They've sat back and listened to everybody talk about them in a negative manner. They sat back and talked about Coach Day possibly being fired. That's going to motivate and fire up this Ohio State team. They lost to Michigan. They heard about it. They lost to Oregon. They heard about it. They heard about how they shouldn't have been in the college football playoff, and now they get to face the guys that put a loss on their mantle. I think right now it's going to be tough to beat this Ohio State team because right now these athletes at the receiver position, at the tight end position, at the defensive end and running back position are all firing on all cylinders. I think Oregon gets upended. I think that the Oregon season stops here. I think that as good as Oregon is, I think that it's going to be a big moment, but Ohio State is ready for this moment. I think this is the reason why they have kept Coach Day around. For shots like this, for games like this, for opportunities like this. And I think these men are going to be confident. It's not going to play to a certain level. They're going to play up a high standard. This is going to be a high-scoring football game, folks. I feel like both teams going to be plus 30 in this one. And I think that when it's all said and done, the Ohio State Buckeyes will come out victorious. All you Buckeye fans, get in the comment section below. All you Oregon Ducks, get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Stories Plus. We'll see you in the next episode.